Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? I am very happy to be here today. Oh, I see some people. Excellent. Good morning. Good morning. The reason I'm happy to be here is it means that I am not at the store packing. so that is a good thing. So much packing. But it's going well. So that's a good thing. Good morning, everyone. I haven't sat at my desk in like a week. So I had to tidy it up, but we are here and we have new products to share and I have inspiration to share. So I am very excited about that. We're going to do giveaways, which is what you're looking at right now. But we'll talk about those later. Just keep in mind, if you are shopping, that you need to put in the comments of your order that you were at the live or you watched on replay or whatever, just so you don't miss out on that, because that is one of the rules. But for now, I'll set this aside and we'll talk about that at the end. So I am going to get started on the new stuff. I do have to have a bit of a slideshow today because some of the things I'm showing you are new and we haven't had a chance to play with anything yet. So I'm just going to bring that on and get that set up, and then my screen is a little slow today. Okay, here we go. So I want to be like this. Perfect. Okay, good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming by. I always love when my friends are here. Okay, so first up, we're going to talk about this. This is a customer request. They wanted the Spellbinders Glaze and Glue. So this is an adhesive, but it also gives you a shine, kind of like glossy accents. So a little bit of dimension and shine. So good for putting over like, noses or eyes, or if you want something to have some shine to it and dimension, you can just put this right over top. But it does work as an adhesive as well. So that is something that we brought in for a customer. And then of course, you never just order one, you have to order lots. so we did. Okay. Then first thing we're going to talk about is a restock. So this product we shared when it was first released, and it's done very, very well, but they do have some new products coming for this in the shipment that we're picking up on Thursday, which is tomorrow. So we will do our best to get products up as quickly as we can. But we did send out an email letting you all know that tomorrow is our last shipping day until the move is completed. So we're estimating 2 to 3 weeks. We hope to be ahead of schedule, but we just like to build in that barrier just so that we don't disappoint people, because we want to make sure that we're being transparent about everything. It's a big move. We have had a retail store for almost 24 years. So you accumulate a lot of things and you have good intentions. and we say, oh yeah, one day we're going to do this, or we're going to save this for this, or we're going to do this. And, you get busy and things just don't work out the way you planned. So we're purging and we're organizing and we're packing kind of all at the same time. We had a big renovation done. I did give some sneak peeks of our new warehouse, and that is where all of our online store products will be housed and where all of our shipping and everything will take place. So that is all completed now, and we are slowly starting to move things over. But in order to move everything over, we need to suspend our shipping, because if we don't, when people place orders, we have to figure out which box it's in, and it's just not a fun time. So we have to just sort of suspend that shipping until we can kind of get everything unpacked at the new location. And then we will be able to easily start shipping things out. Now, I did send out an email and I did post it on our socials along with a link to the email to let you know that there are going to be some exceptions. We are expecting a very large shipment coming across the border this Thursday, which is tomorrow. And in that is the Gina K release. And we know a lot of people have pre-ordered that and you've been waiting for it to arrive. So we're going to do our best to get that unpacked, organized, sort everybody's orders out, and get those shipped. Okay. Because that doesn't require us going through a bunch of other boxes to find things. So that will be easy to do. There's also another TE is coming, and there is pre-orders in there, and the Lawn Fawn shipment restock and pre-orders are in there as well. So I will do my best to get those things unpacked and into your boxes. If you want to add anything to those boxes before they ship, now is when you have to do it. Okay. Because starting on Friday, we are going to be packing up those boxes. And once that tape is on the box, we're not going searching for stuff. So definitely make sure that you get your orders in and instructions about whether or not you want it shipped now. And that sort of thing, because we will be in touch about Gina K and those other pre-orders. So that is really important to note. Now, the other thing I talked about was our Moments and Memories series that we do. It's the former calendar series. So that is on schedule. We will probably do the video early next week. And you'll be able to order your bundle and anything else that you want to go with it, just like you always do. But we just will not be shipping that until we have everything moved over. Okay. So again, not a problem for you to order anytime throughout the move, because our online store will still be there and there'll still be lots to shop for. We just won't be shipping right away. So then the fourth thing I addressed are these lives. I love doing the lives so much, and I'm going to try to do them during our move and keep you updated on things, but it could be last minute. It could be just an impromptu thing. You might not get much notice, and no big deal, because you can always watch them on replay. And then there might be scheduled ones as well. So I'll do my very best, but my focus is definitely on getting the move done and everything set up here so that we can be back to business as usual with lots more fun things. So that's all covered. Now this is what sparked this whole conversation. This is a reorder, but there are new products coming from Waffle Flower that go in this nesting postage collage system. So when they first released it, they came out with 3 stencils that went along with it. And then I think also there was a 4th add-on one that I don't have right now, but we will be restocking all of those things so that we get that back up to speed. What is Marlene saying? We understand if you need to put the lives on hold for a bit. Wishing you all the best. Well, thank you very much, Marlene. You know, I need the lives just as much as you guys do. It's therapy for me. I love coming on and sharing. I just love sharing all the new things. That's really what started this whole darn thing in the first place. Was my love to share all the things crafty. So there'll be lots and lots of lives for sure. But again, they might be a little less during the move. But again, I could surprise you. I might be on here more than you think. Anyways, so this is the nesting postage collage die, and there is a matching stencil, and you can see what it looks like in the photo there. Now I did pull up a couple of samples. Let me just get moving here. So this is the party bear stencil that goes with this. Okay, so you can see that it makes the party bear. Now with this stencil, it also makes a circle and this small rectangle as well, which is the little candles. And then you can see that that stripe around the outside of the stencil piece. That is part of this stencil here. So it does that postage kind of design around your image, which is really cool. So we've got the party bear. We have the Let It Snow. And I know we're kind of getting away from that right now, but that is the Let It Snow version. And you can see all 3 of those shapes on this sample here. So you've got the horizontal one, you've got the tall vertical one with the snowman, and then you've got the circle one with the penguin. So you can use them all, or you can use one, or whatever you want. And then you can also see the outline from that stencil on this card too. And then we also have the Mush Love, which is kind of their fall version. And it comes with that cute little hedgehog and the little snail and then the little mushrooms. And then you'll also notice on these samples, the stamps that are in the background, the large kind of postage stamps, that is from this set here. And they make the little stamps when they do the smaller postage collage stencils and things, but these ones are slightly larger and meant for full A2 size cards. So it's fun to have options for both. And you get lots of little icons and different things on here. So those can be used for all of those and anything else really. So that is that. I think there is, I wanted to show you too, that you don't have to use the big panel all the time. You can use just the little icons, like the circle or the horizontal one, to make samples as well. So those are fun to work with. And here you can see the one from the winter one, which is cute. And then on the horizontal panels that this creates, you can also use these greetings. So this one is called Nesting Postage Greetings, and it just has some small words that fit in that horizontal panel that is die cut and stenciled out when you use that original die. And this one is also another one that works really good on there. Again, you can use these sentiments outside of that system. This one is called Quick Greetings. So I love the font, and I think it's really cute to use with lots of different things, but it does fit perfectly in that horizontal panel. What is that last one called? Okay, Joanna, I need a little more help. Which last one are you talking about? Are you talking about this one? The Mush Love? Is that the one you're talking about? Or are you talking about, the large postage one? Okay, that is called Nesting Postage. It's really tricky. Yeah, it's called Nesting Postage. Right there. So I love that. And I mean, it's got really cute things on it. So you've got larger numbers. You've got a little stamp that says snail mail. You have this cute little envelope with the heart. You got a couple of solid hearts plus a larger one. You've got the postage. I don't know what this is called. But anyways, this is much larger than it is with the smaller ones. And you actually get like a real postage stamp as well, which is kind of fun. So it's a really great set. I love it. So that is all restocked from the Nesting Postage Collage system. Okay, so Shelby's enlightening us here. So there is a section under Waffle Flower called Postage Collage. So all of the nesting items are in there too. Perfect. That's good to know. See, the postage is so popular that we have to have a section for it on our online store. Isn't that crazy? Okay, next bundle. Okay, so this one, and I noticed when I was doing this that I don't have all of these. Well, I have some of these items in stock, but we don't have the full lineup of these in stock. And they are in an order that's being processed now. So it will be coming. This is a very, very popular system with Waffle Flower. It's called the Open Book Trio. So it's the mini version of the Open Book one. And it's nice because you can use the books and the stencil on its own. And you can use any images that you have in your stash already to create these little books, including text stamps and all kinds of things. There is a text stamp that comes separate with this that fits into the book pages. And so you can use it along with this. That is on order too. So those will be back in stock again. Sometimes it's tricky to keep these types of collections all in stock at the same time. Things come and go, and then sometimes the supplier's out when we order, so then we have to wait. And so there's lots of little things that happen, but we will be bringing in the items again. And then we do have the Open Book Trio Fall Stencil. So these stencils are designed to fit on the pages and kind of create a scene. So on this particular card you're looking here, this is the birthday one. And it creates 3 different panels right on top of those book pages that give you kind of a birthday scene. Now I went digging through our inspiration group and I found a photo of cards that Christina created with this when it first arrived. And she makes such beautiful samples. So I pulled them up so that we could take a look at those. And this one shows the birthday set. And in the middle, it shows the text stamp on the pages as well. So I don't have samples with the fall one or the other ones that are available, but we will be restocking those items and they will be available for purchase again soon. Okay. So Anne is saying good morning, Carolyn and Shelby. Well, good morning to you as well, and I'm glad you made it. So that's a restock. And then next up, since we're talking about books, we're going to talk about this one. This is a very popular die that we just keep stocking over and over and over. And I know when we were open and people were able to come into our retail location, these samples that Christina created sold tons of these sets. And even without having the retail location open, our customers continue to pick this set up because they love it. So this is called Layered Books Die, and you'll notice that it has a die that creates the back of the book and then the pages, and the pages look like they're flipping, which is kind of cool. Then you can also create a look where you can see like an open book, which is nice. And then you can also do stacks of books, and that's what this is along the bottom here. So I went back in the archives and I grabbed a couple of samples that Christina created for us. And I think I have 2. There we go. So you can see a couple of different options on how to use the books. So if you are a reader or you have friends that are readers, or you just simply like to collect book-related things, which is kind of the group I'm in. I can't say I've made too many book cards, which is really shameful because I absolutely love all of the products I have. But I don't actually make a lot of things with them, but I do love them. And I love this die. So that has been restocked as well. And then we got in some great sentiments. And I don't have samples for these, but I'm going to hold them up. So this one is called, I can't read it very well, Print and Script Happy Birthday. So what it means is the print part is this, just like a typed font. And it does have the shadow die, and it has it for happy and birthday. And then it has a script version of the happy and the birthday as well, also with the shadow. Okay. And the price point on these is very reasonable. I don't know off the top of my head and exactly what they are, but I know that they're very reasonable and the size is perfect for cards and our customers love them. So we've got the happy birthday. We also have the print and script thank you. So same concept. And it shows the print version and the script version. And then we also got a restock on the Cozy Spot add-ons. Now, I meant to add some of these things to our slideshow, but I forgot. So this goes along with that set, and I forget what it's called. It's got the girl sitting in the cozy chair, and she's reading, and she's got all the books. Oh, Shelby's telling us the birthday set is only $19.99. Yep. So those print and script, the birthday one's $19.99. And maybe you can help me with the name of that set with the girl in it. I can't remember. We still have a few. And this is one of the add-on sets that you can use on its own, but you can also use it with that set. And it has the potted plants and then the lamps that are super cool. So we did restock that. So if you've been looking for it, then you can check that out. So guys, my screen really seems like it's lagging. Is your video okay? It could just be that my computer needs to be restarted and it's just being temperamental and it's only something that I see on my end. Oh, thank you. It's Simple Joy. Perfect. So if you're looking for that set, it's called Simple Joy. But I just want to make sure that you guys are seeing everything okay. I'll just wait for somebody to comment. I mean, I don't know what I can do about it if it's not right, but I'm a bit blurry. I don't understand what's happening. Like all my settings are right, but I have been bit of a lag. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. So I've been disconnecting my computer a lot and moving it around. I've been taking it to the store and then, back home and then on my couch and then back into my room. So I'm thinking that I should have restarted my computer before I did this, but I'm hoping that it'll be okay. I'm sorry if your view isn't 100% today, but I'm doing my best here. Let's blame the weather. Okay, let's do that. We blame the weather for everything else. So let's blame it for that. Right here so far, we're just dealing with fog. I know it rained through the night a little bit, but okay, well, most people are saying the video's good. Okay, good. My slideshow's blurry? Oh. Well, everyone's getting different things. Wow. Well, variety is the spice of life, right? Yeah. Okay, well, We've got a bunch of new sentiment sets in from Waffle Flower. And this was actually Shelby's request. So you can thank her. She picked some fun ones. So I just grabbed a few samples just to show you kind of what the sentiments look like. Okay, well, I don't know what's going on. Maybe I just have a slow internet connection today. I'm not really sure. Okay, we won't worry about it. This one's called Birthday Wishes. And this card shows you what one of the sentiments looks like when you stamp it and die cut it out. Okay, so so just to give you an idea, but really, really great sentiments. And I'm kind of leaving it up on the screen here so you can have a look. If it's blurry, I'm sorry. But if you look it up on the online store, then I'm going to just tap my screen and see if that helps with focus. You can look it up on the online store and it won't be blurry there. And you can see up close what all of the sentiments say, but it's great. Now, Waffle Flower sentiments, I don't know. It's not for this set. Some of their newer sets, or most of their newer sets, the dies are numbered and the stamps are numbered. So you can see which sentiment goes with which die, which is very helpful. But this is an older set, so that doesn't apply. This one here, now this one is called Rainbow Bridge. So this is a special one. It's for pets. And it includes the stamp set and then 2 different dies. Now let me flip my screen here. So the dies are the rainbow that you're going to see here. See the rainbow and the frame? And then the dog or the cat. They have a dog and a cat in here. So it's great for pet sympathy. Did Joanne make a joke? What did Joanne say? I don't have my glasses on, so it's all blurry. Oh, that's my life. Oh dear. Okay, so this is a fun set. So again, if you don't have anything in your stash for pets and it's something that you want, definitely look into this one because it's got some beautiful sentiments, and then it has both of those dies in there, one for a dog and one for a cat, that allow you to create that rainbow effect in the background. So I love that. This one is the Happy Birthday sentiments. And it kind of has a large scripty happy birthday, and then also the one at the bottom here that allows you to color it in if you want to. So this card shows the scripty version, which is beautiful. And then this one shows you what it looks like if you want to use this one here, and you can color in the text on that one. And then of course it has all of these wonderful one-line sentiments that go with it. So there are the dies for the large words. So those are great. And then this one is called Paper Hug Sentiments. So this one is just a really cute one. And I love that they have a large word that is in a typed font and then something that is in a scripted font. So things like miss your face, hugs for today, love for always, just because, with sympathy, here for you, sending hugs, and so on. But you can see what it looks like when it's cut out on your set. Okay, so Lynn wants me to repeat what it's called. This is called Rainbow Bridge. Okay, the pet one is called Rainbow Bridge. And then next up we have this one here, and it's called Sweet Lattice Sentiments. And I'm just going to flip to my next slide. And again, it's got a typed word and then also a really fun font for the other one. And I love that it has sort of the long tails, and you can see what that looks like when it is cut out, which is awesome. It might have to do with my internet connection, and it could be that I should have restarted my computer, and I apologize. Yes, I have actually already started a cart, Shelby. When I was doing things last night, I started shopping. So, and there's another sample where you, one from this set. And those little critters are from the bookmark sets that we have in stock from Waffle Flower. And they're very cute. So that's a bonus. This one is called Essential Sentiments. And it is just that. It is things like you've got Merry Christmas, you've got Happy Birthday, you've got Best Wishes, you've got Love Always, you've got Get Well, Thinking of You, Thank You, Congrats, and Keeping You in My Prayers. So there is something for everything in there. And you can see how beautiful they are when they're cut out. So the dies follow along all the little curves and bumps in the sentiments, which is really cool. So that is that one. And then finally, we have the Happy Retirement set. And it's a popular one. This whole set is dedicated to retirement. And that is often something that we don't have in our stash. So again, it has the 2 larger greetings, and there are dies for those. And then you have all these one-line sentiments that go along with that. So there's the colored in version. And then I have a slide that shows you the scripty version, which is quite nice too. So those are all in from Waffle Flower. And thank you, Shelby, for making that list and saying, you know, I think you should get these. And I like when I have help shopping. It's quite nice because I don't catch everything and see everything. And next up, we've got some just miscellaneous dies that I'm going to run through here and show you all the great things. So this is a textured die. So it creates this crosshatch pattern in your cardstock. So it doesn't cut it out. It just embeds that impression in there. And you can see it on this Father's Day card. So you can take a fairly plain background and just jazz it up a little bit, which is really nice. You don't always want things that like are in your face and really bold and crazy. So this is a great way to add texture and interest to the background without doing anything too crazy. And I like that it's generic. So there's no theme to it. You can use it for whatever. Works great for masculine cards, which you can see there. And it would work great for anything. Easter cards, birthday cards, Mother's Day cards, like anything at all. Birthday cards. So there's that. And then we have these hummingbirds. And they are a standalone die, but can be used for so many things. So this is the Tropical Flowers Postage Collage set, which I'm going to show you further into the video because we just restocked this one. And you can see how beautiful the hummingbirds are when they're just added in with the design that you've created. And then also you can use them completely on their own to create a background. And the beauty of paper crafting is that you can make anything you want, any color you want. So I don't know if there are green and pink hummingbirds in the world, but isn't it great that we can make them? And we can turn a simple die like this into something fun like this. So that is really cool. And then this was a favorite of ours when we brought it in the first time. And it is called the wood grain die. So again, the inside part of the die will cut out that shape, and then it will embed all of these stitching lines into your paper. And it makes a really great backdrop for lots of things. And then there is another die that you can cut out that is a shadow die that will give you a shadow, just like it's shown in this one, behind your die cut image. So it kind of makes it look like a wood slice, which is really fun. And you can use it for the backdrop for just greenery and words like this, or you can create scenes on it or whatever you like. But it is really fun. I'm not sure if I have a second slide for this one. Nope, I don't. And then this one is the dashed snowflake panel. So we pretty much carry this all year long. People are always working on holiday cards and different things. So we like to keep some products in stock that are kind of our staples. And this is definitely one of them. It cuts out the outside edge. So it does cut out a full panel, and then it embeds all these snowflakes right in your background. And you can do that, on backgrounds, and you can do it on die cuts. You can do it on all kinds of things. So you don't have to just do backgrounds. You could lay die cuts on here. It could be a tag. It could be letters that you've cut out, and it will embed the stitching into those as well. So it's a really fun option. Those background panels are really great to work with. And then we have this beautiful sunflower die, and it creates individual did I say snowflowers? If I did, I meant sunflowers. It creates individual sunflowers and greenery that you can layer together. And again, sunflowers mimic other flowers. They can be daisies, they can be cone flowers, they can be all kinds of things. And I've seen lots and lots of samples made with sunflower dyes in lots of colors. So even though sunflowers aren't those colors, you can definitely make them that way when you are doing your crafting and working with these dies. Okay, I have to switch the slides now. So we're going to jump around a bit. Sorry about that. And I got to get my screen right again. There we go. So next up, we've got the meandering texture die. So this came out with their sewing collection, and that's why there's sewing samples shown on here. But this die would be really good for anything that flies. So butterflies, birds, bees, airplanes, all of that kind of stuff. You could even use it as a background for like a road trip type of thing where you've got vehicles involved, because those could be lines that you drive on or flight lines or whatever. So it does work for lots of different things, but it could be very generic as well and just put a nice texture into your background, which is really nice. And this is another one that we've got ordered again. This one is called the Sweet Lattice Panel Die. And you'll notice that it does this beautiful lattice pattern, but then it also creates a panel with stitching on it in the center. So it's perfect for sentiments. I just think this is such a brilliant die. And you can cut it out in a color and layer it on top of something, or you can do a nice white on white effect that you can see here. I think it would work for tons of stuff. You can even create a little scene in this part and put a sentiment down further. There's just a lot of potential. So when we got this in and we saw how cool it was in person, we immediately ordered more. So definitely, if it does sell out, make sure you keep your eye out or add it to your notebook or email us so that you can get on the list for it, because it's gonna be a good one for sure. And then we have the Sunburst Panel Die. And it says Sunburst because it does have a center in it, and then, it bursts out. So you can definitely use it for suns, but you can use it for a lot of things, and you can make it whatever color you want. So here you can see that they've just done sort of a rainbow burst effect and then put a large word in the middle, and boom, you have a card. So use your imagination when you see stuff like this, because it does have the potential for lots of other things. And then, of course, this one's pretty obvious. This is a really cute paw print texture die. So again, it will put this imprint into your cardstock. So really great for anything pet themed. And it does work really nice for sympathy cards and things like that. And this one is a little bit larger than the one that we carry from Concord and Ninth, which I actually have here and I'm going to show you because we just restocked it. So a little bit different feel to it, but a similar option. So I love that. And then this particular case, this card is made to wish someone a birthday card thing. So you can use them for lots of things. I mean, pet lovers like everything pet. So, oh, Shelby said she had to add the Sunburst to her stash. She just had to. We've all fallen down that hole for sure. This one is a really fun one as well. It's the Flying Butterflies die. And it creates, it can create a window, which you see in this card, and it's been turned into a shaker. But if I hold this die up, you'll see that there are two cutting lines. So it can make like a thin frame. I don't know an outline. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, what is she saying about the Sunburst? Okay, so you're talking about these lines here. They actually look like cut lines, so they'll put slices in your paper. But because they're close together and part of the panel, it'll all stay together because the lines don't go all the way to the edge. But I think it does actually put slices through it. But yeah, this is a really fun one. And then I have another sample here just to show you that you can use the solid piece that pops out of the middle of these as well. So you can have the outline, and then you can have the pieces that pop out to create some pretty fun things. So this is a pretty versatile die. So you can make shakers, you can have the outline, and then you can also use the pieces that pop out of the center, which is really fun. And this might be my favorite one. I love this. This is called the Lacy Ovals die. So this die, I'll hold it up close so you can see. This die has one die that has a stitched oval, and then this one has a scalloped pierced die. Those two layer together. Oops. Let's move it over so you can actually see. Okay, so it's got the outline, and then it's got the scallop, and those two layer together, and then you go down a size, and then down a size again, and then you have the little one in the center. So you can use them on their own. So you can use this die on its own and this die on its own, but they do layer very nicely. So you can see in this sample how you've got that beautiful scallop in the background, and then you've got the stitched one on top. So what they did there was, rather than using these as a pair, the outside ones, they used this one and this one. So they layered them the opposite way. But I just love the spotlight that it puts on the front of a card. And the white on white is really beautiful too. So I have another sample, I think. Yep, here's another one. So they've created a window with these as well. So you could use the scallop and then layer this in the middle, and it will cut out an oval in the center, and that's what gives you that window. So really beautiful options. I really like it. Now we do have it in, no, I have it to show you. This one's already sold. So we have sold out of this. There is a rectangle version, like an A2 size. We have that reordered. So again, you have solid stitched pieces, and then you have the scallop piece that layers on top. So similar to the ovals, but this is the A2 size rectangles. So a really fun, different than just your plain stitched rectangle or your plain scalloped edged dies. You can kind of mix and match them. They're meant to kind of go together, which is really cool. So again, this one is sold out, but we will be getting more of those. So don't stress. Oh yeah, and Shelby always points this out. Really good value on these. All of these dies under $30. So Waffle Flowers nesting dies are very, very reasonably priced, which is one of the reasons that we keep bringing them in. So check out the Waffle Flower brand and see what we have in stock now. But we are really starting to beef up our inventory in those areas. So over the next little while, you will notice that our focus will shift to shopping, and we will be bringing in all the fun things. So I think the thing I do more than breathe in my life is shop. Isn't that crazy? Like, I feel like that is all I do is shop, 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 shop. It may not seem like it because we're always out of stock on stuff, but that just means that you guys are doing your job and you're just shopping like crazy. And we do it, believe it or not, we are sizing down in square footage, but we have more space available to us because of the way that we can warehouse our product. So this means that we are able to bring in more product. And Marlene loves shopping. Well, who doesn't love shopping? I love shopping too. Hence the reason I do it so much. So there's another, here's another sample using the A2 Lacy Layers rectangles. So Karen says, I wish I could shop without spending all my money. Well, you can't take it with you, Karen. And as long as your bills are paid, you're good. Can any of the Waffle Flower cover plates be used in the Better Press? No, they are not stampable. The thing with the Better Press, the tricky part of it is you don't want to, the thickness of the dies is different, and you don't want to mess up that pressure that you're using it. So they are not meant to do that. If you want to experiment with that, that's on you, and that's at your own risk. So they are not meant to go in there. Okay, what do we have next? We have, oh yeah, okay. Let's get rid of these. I was going to say, what am I showing in that slide? But I remember now. So we are showing a little teeny weeny die, or stamp set actually. And it is one of my favorites. And it is called the Postage Collage Circle Sentiments. So you get all 6 of these stamps, and they are in that circle postage sort of style. And then inside there is a circle postage die that gives you that set cut out. And it's just a fun way to add sentiments to regular cards and also enhance that postage collage. This is one that we order in a lot too. I probably haven't talked about it too much because we don't have it in stock a lot because it keeps going out the door. But we did just get a shipment, so that's available. And then just a few other little things I don't think I have slides for. I might. The stamps for the postage waffle flower postage collage system. We have lots in stock, but we just did restock on a few. So this is the Lucky one that goes with the postage collage Lucky stencil. And it is just a fun one that has sort of St. Patrick's Day type themed things. We did a little card not too long ago on one of our Sunday night lives where I took like non-themed product and turned it into something themed. And it's nice to have something small in your stash for some cards that you might not make very often. And this is a really good one. So I added this, and I added the postage collage Lucky set to my inventory since I did that card, because I thought, no, I don't make a lot of St. Patrick's Day cards, but it's nice to have things once in a while that allow you to do that. So this is the happy birthday one. Now that's something that everybody uses. And on this card, you can kind of see the stamped images in the background. So there's the birthday present and then the swoosh that says happy birthday. And then the numbers come from the regular postage collage. And then the HBD is also featured on this card. So that's what these little stamps are designed for, but you can use them for anything, like anything at all. I'm not sure what my next slide is and what I'm showing here. So let me just see. Okay, so here is the Lucky postage collage stencil, and that's what it looks like when you stencil it all out. So you get 6 different sections that you can leave as a whole panel, or you can cut them apart. So again, they make great accents and ephemera for anything, you know, St. Patrick's themed. But in the center of this, see this section right here? That does that rainbow in the middle at the top. That is not St. Patrick's themed. And there's also a floral to the right of that. And then obviously the pot of gold and the 4-leaf clover and that's kind of all themed. But there are some good things in there. So that's that one. And then I did show the cupcake with the stamps. Do I show it again here? What do I got? Yep. So here's the cupcake one, which is great for birthdays. And I love that. And again, you can leave it as a whole panel, or you can cut it apart to use as individual pieces. And then this is my absolute favorite one. This one's called Snowy. And I keep saying I'm going to demo it, and I just never get around to it. But it is sort of a wintry kind of scene. But I love that you can do something like this too. Like you can create a really nice mountain scene. And if you switch up those colors, that could be something that you could use all year round. It does not have to be done in the blues and stuff for winter. You could totally do that with greens and things like that and make it something that you could use all year round. So I love that one. And then this is the tropical flowers one that I showed earlier with the hummingbirds. And I just have a sample to share with that. So that's what the actual tropical flowers look like. And again, those can all be cut apart and used individually as well. So I think that's it for waffle flower. And next up, we're going to go into tailored land because we always end up there. So here we have, we're not going to jump to that slide yet. I'm just going to do some miscellaneous things first. We have restocked the Canadian flag. We are in March now, which means we're going to get really close to those summer months. And Canada Day will be coming up. And we like to have things a little bit ahead so that you can be prepared. And so if you haven't picked this up yet, it's definitely something to have in your stash. I've used it numerous times on things that aren't Canada Day related. It's just nice to have something that is patriotic to use. It does have a nice maple leaf in the center too, so you get a nice leaf out of it as well. So that's been restocked. This is new. So this is part of the Simple Strips family, meaning this large stamp, you can stamp this out, and then there are a few different dies that you can put over top of this, and it cuts out all of these sentiment strips at once. Now, when I say a few different dies, I mean that the ends of the dies either have like a flag banner, or they're straight, they're rounded, etc. They have a new one, and this one I kind of featured on our calendar series in January. Oops, sorry, it's called Moments and Memories now. And this one has a little scalloped edge on the side. So can you see that? So that's a new one, and it had not been released yet, but I happen to have a set, so I was excited to use it. So we now have this. Even if you don't have the sentiments stamps that go with these, This is a nice die to have because you can run this through and you get all of these different sized sentiment strips, and then you can take sentiments that you already have and stamp them on top there, which I do a lot. It's nice to have these on hand, and this has the little scalloped edge, which is quite nice. And this one is called Friendship 2, and all of these sentiments are included in this set, which is really fun. So you can go online and check them out and read them all. And then the very popular Squiggle Stacklets are back. I'm going to grab one card and show you. We have not been able to keep these in stock at all. They're very, very popular because I showed them in a card that I made and pointed them out and kind of gushed over them, and then everybody went crazy. So this is what the Squiggle Stacklets look like when you use them. They're really fun, and they're not masculine, they're not feminine, they're just very generic and better than just a plain old rectangle all the time, and different than your traditional scallop. So it's a really fun set to have. So we finally have them back in stock, and I'm excited about that. So you can get those. And then also this came out in a release not too long ago, and we sold out very quickly. This is the A2 large scalloped stacklets, and I do have a few samples cards that I'm going to show where it's been used in a few minutes. So these are just nice chunky scallops. So it's fun to use them instead of a nice petite one, and they all nest. So there's lots of options there. So that's that. Now we're going to move on to the slides. Okay, so we have a big stack of stuff here. I have to keep elastic bands around everything, so I keep everything in order when I do my slideshow. So this is a new embossing folder, and we are almost sold out. We have more coming, so don't panic. This is going to be a staple for a long time. Oh, let's see, everyone's chiming in that they love the squiggles and they love the large scallops. There's just so many fun things you can do with them, so love away. This one's been popular, and you can do lots of great techniques with embossing folders. So if you're looking for a good birthday one, this one's called Shout Out Birthday. And you can see the background has been done with this embossing folder here. I think I have one more slide. I could be wrong though. Oh yes, this is something I wanted to show. Remember I told you before that those texture plates, you can use them on die cuts and things like that, not just backgrounds. Same thing with your embossing folders. So this person took the pennants and they put the pennant die, after they die cut it, they put it inside the embossing folder and they just embossed the pennants, which I thought was really cool. So it's not just for backgrounds, guys. You can use it for anything. It doesn't, you're not limited to just your backgrounds for that. So think outside the box. And this is the newest addition to the Mini and Mighty sentiment sets. So this one's called Occasions. And the idea behind the Mini to Mighty is that they have the same 3 greetings in 3 different, three or 4. Oh, sorry, the same 4 greetings in 3 different sizes. So you've got, hey there, thanks so much, thinking of you, and just a note. And that's the large. And then they have the same thing in the medium and then the same thing in the small. So depending on what you're using, you can adjust your font size, but you don't have to give up the sentiment that you love, which I think is great. Christina, I have to stop watching. This live is costing me a fortune. Well, I'm sorry, not sorry. But yeah, I love these Mini to Mighty options. And I love the teeny tiny ones for like tags and things. But I have a sample here where they used it on a full-size card. This is the tiny one or the mini. And see how cute that is there? Like, I love that. It's just so cool to be able to have a tiny little sentiment, but you don't have to give up, like I love that just a note, but I like it here and I like it here. So that way you can use it in all different sizes. So they have a series like this. So there was Christmas, there's been a couple of them. And we try to keep them all in stock. I think we have this one and one other one right now. The other one's probably on order. And there is a matching die for them as well. So that's fun. And then this one is a beautiful floral set called Just Because Blooms. And there is a matching die for all of those beautiful flowers. Now let's just pop forward here and I'll show you what they look like. There we go. So that's one of the florals. That's this tall one here, cut out. And you'll notice that you get 4 different sentiments, but there's dies for all of them as well. So you can see what they look like. That's the many thanks. This one right here, really nice font. And you can cut those out. And then, oops, okay, I flipped the slide. I'll go back. So you can see the chunky scallops being used on these cards. Do you see that nice big chunky scallop in the background? And that is this flower here. And they've just done it twice. And you can see the just because. I'm just going to back up one slide there. And so there's the chunky scallop. But layered on top of that is a background that has texture embedded in it. And that's what those texture plates are that I showed you earlier. It might be a little bit tricky to see with the white on white, but I just wanted to point that out. All right. And then we have, oh yes, this set. So I did show Amanda's samples for this a couple lives ago. This is the Winter Wonder layering stencil set. And when you stencil this out, it's like a mini quad. So you get 4 different panels with winter scenes on them. And you can see the 4 sets right here. And again, I'll point out some of these cards have the texture backgrounds and different things on them. So just, look at all the things on the samples. And then here's another color scheme of those. But we recently got in the foilet panels that go with it. So some of the design elements can be foiled, but also you can use these to add definition to your stenciled designs with black lines. You don't have to foil. And it's almost like you've stamped something on part of the design, which is really cool. And you can see there are 3 different styles of foilets within the package. So each set is different, and you get 4 each of the 3 different designs. So there's lots and lots to play with there. So there's really cool things. Listen to all you people saying you're going to stop watching me. I don't like that. And then we did get a restock on the Simple Tags and the Simple Tags backer. Now, my intention, once everything settles down here, is I'm going to actually use this set and a few others to make some Christmas tags early. Like we're talking like, May, June-ish, because whenever I get to the holiday season, I always think to myself, oh, I'm going to make homemade tags. And I never do it because who has time to do it when you're right in the middle of the holiday season? So I am going to definitely be doing a live where I create some of these things. So we've stocked up. We just got a restock on this particular stencil because people are buying this all year round. And this is the Simple Tags Christmas. And it is quad style, so it's a big one. You do 4 different stencils. And then with these tag dies, you cut them all out. And you end up with all of these tags that you can use. And yeah, it's just awesome. And there is a foilet panel for that too. So if you want to add a little bit of foil or black lines to your designs, you can do that too. Yeah, see, Terry's still working on last year's Christmas tags. Well, I mean, every year I say I'm going to do it, but I'm really going to do it. So Angie says, I will never stop watching, even if it's from my cardboard box under the freeway overpass. And I will hand deliver your supplies to you, Angie, because if you don't have an address, that could be tricky. But if you tell me which overpass you are under, I will be there. You guys are so funny. Okay, so those are fun things from Tailored. And then we're getting close to the end, guys. Okay, then we have new stuff from Concord. And I think this might be the end of my slideshow. Am I at the end yet? Yes. Okay, I'm just going to remove this and put the last one up. Heather says this is very interesting and she's enjoying it. Well, this is kind of a great way to escape from reality and things that you don't want to do, because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm avoiding all of the really yucky tasks that I have on my list, and I'm just having fun sharing product with you guys. And I love how chatty you're being with me, and I love your humor because it just makes me laugh. So I'm glad you're here. So this is from Concord and Ninth, and it's a pretty fun set. So I'm going to tell you a funny story. When Lawn Fawn released their jar add-on that had the pickles in it, Oh, Rosie. Not Rosie needs the store link in the comments. So Shelby, can you throw that up there? And then yeah, Shelby will take care of that for me. Thank you. We will have a cardboard village to live in so we can support our habit. Oh yeah. You can get some pretty fancy cardboard. We do really appreciate a good box. So we can hook you up with that too. We've got you covered all angles. Okay, so yeah, I totally missed the boat on that whole pickle add-on thing. I did not understand at all what the pickle thing was about, but we sold out of that and had pre-orders coming out our ears. So when I saw this set, I thought, I am not doing it again. I got this beautiful set from Concord. Now, when you're looking at this, think other things, because this jar is amazing. I would buy this set just for the jar. But you have a beautiful jar that you can stamp out, and you've got a lid that you can stamp. And then you've also got this other part of the lid here that you can make. Like, it's amazing. So the jar on its own is awesome. Then you have the pickle window that you can do. Oops, I'm sorry, I'm off screen. And then there are some really fun sentiments that you can put inside. So it does have a pickle spin on it, but it goes beyond the pickles. Okay, and then there is a die with lots of fun things that you can cut out. Now, I do have a little bit of a diagram situation here. Okay, Marianne, this is fantastic. Yes, an escape. Yes, wish list is way up. Ideas really take the products home. An investment in calm. It is. This is good therapy. It's good for your soul. It's good for your heart. It's just good for everything. Okay, so there you can kind of see the different elements and kind of how they work together. But look at that jar. I'm just telling you about the jar. And then once you stamp it and get all the beautiful designs on it, you can cut it out. Like, it has a die in the back that you can cut it out. So I love that. How tall is the jar? Well, let me just tell you, I can do that for you. I can have my ruler out here. So if you're looking at the stamp, the jar is about 3.5 inches tall. But if you're going to die cut it out, it's just, yeah, it's about 3.5 inches tall. I'd say that's about the size, which is perfect. I think nice for cards, beautiful for scrapbook layouts. And just like, you could put so many things inside that jar, like flowers, you could do lots of different things. So I love the jar. And then what do we got going on here? Slide number 2. I think, it just kind of shows you different ways that you can use the dies with the jar. Like you can, there's a stamp set here. There's flowers you can have. There is a label piece that you can cut out and stamp within, or you can use the dies. So lots of options. It is a great size. I think it's the perfect size. And then just to show you a couple of samples using the different things. But see, look what I think Concord and Ninth is so smart, because they even took the florals that you get and these long stems, and they created like a bouquet, which can come out the top of your jar if you want to. And, or you can use it completely on its own. So it's very versatile. And here's just a couple samples. So pickles or no pickles. And I love this spin too. You mean a great deal to me. Maybe your grandma makes like the best dill pickles and you want to send her a card. Like, there's just so many things that you can do with a set like this. So I love that. So that's called Delightful Stamp and Die. And then we have, this was another really beautiful one. So if you love their turnabouts, this one is called the Heirloom Turnabout, and there is a matching die set too. Okay, so that is an option. Well, that's an option. It comes with it. So here you can see in my diagram, if you use the turnabout and you rotate it and use different colors of ink as you stamp, you end up with this beautiful floral. It's a petite floral background, which I think is just gorgeous. I might add this one to my wish list because I think I might need it. And then the die set, it creates these beautiful little frames and then these petite flowers. And then you have the sentiments that fit nicely inside of those. Yeah, people really do love pickles. I don't understand it, but they do. It's kind of cool. And then you can use the panels that you stamp, and you can make your greetings to coordinate. So all your colors can match and go nicely together. And here is kind of what a background would look like. I'm going to show you this alphabet set in a minute. But see how you can use the flowers individually and mix it with other things. And then we're going to move on to, this is a restock, but it's sold very, very fast. This is called Fueled with Love, and it is the most adorable set of little gas pumps and sentiment set that you'll ever see. So that is what they look like when you die cut them out. I think it's really great for masculine cards, kids who get their driver's license, if you want to give gas cards as a gift. If you picked up the classic cars from Spellbinders from Mindy Egan, she created this card using the gas pump to go along with it. And I think there is a huge generation of paper crafters that really identify with this era. And I love it. I think it's so fun. So we have restocked that. If you have the Spellbinders card. Yeah, so great. And then this is the alphabet set that I was talking about. It's called the A to Z alphabet die. I love the font and I love the size. You're going to ask me what the size is, aren't you? I'll tell you. They are 1 inch tall, which I think is the perfect size for an alphabet set, to be honest with you, because it transfers nicely from, you know, scrapbooking to card making to journals to all those kinds of things. It's just a really nice size. And a good alphabet set allows you to create customized greetings, which is really fun. So here you can see that you can create a whole card front using letters, and you can highlight certain words in colors and different things. So I think everybody needs a really good alpha set in their stash. And then lastly, second lastly, we have this set here. It's called One Word Greetings. And in this, you have hugs, cheers, and hello. And they have a shadow die. So just to give you an idea on sizing, this is an A2 size card. Actually, this could be a 5x7 card because this is a Christina Werner card and she does make larger cards. So I'm not 100% sure on the card size, but you can see that they're a bit tinier. They're not as invasive as some of the larger words can be. I love the font and I love that it has a shadow die too. And the stencil that's featured there is this one here. It's the layered lattice stencil. And her stencils are 6x9s. And when you stencil it out, you get 2 A2 size panels in one go. And there's just another sample of the word hugs and the stencil background. Okay, I think that's it for product. Now I'm going to, oh no, I don't have a sample for this, but I forgot I was going to show this. This is the Paw Prints background die from Concord and Ninth. Now you'll notice it's kind of a funny shape. They are very smart. What they do, I'm going to use the back of this, is they make it so that you can use this as a horizontal or as a vertical piece, all in the same die. So isn't that smart? So you can do it this way for a vertical card, or yep, and then this way for a horizontal card. So really smart. And it just does that beautiful paw print impression in the background. So now we're done with the product. Now what I'm going to show you next is some inspiration from the girls. And they've been just doing a fabulous job with the products. I'm going to start with this one. No, I won't. I'll start with the different one because I have to leave my slides up here because some of the product does not show well in the package just because we've used it and it's all jumbled up like this. so that's not really going to do much for you. So I pulled up some slides to show you. So these cards are using products from Lawn Fawn, particularly the Stampin' Stencil Easter egg set. Okay, so when this first came in, we showed it, but we don't have a lot of samples at that time just because it's just arrived. So this creates eggs along with all of these really cute critters. But inside this, there is a stencil that you can decorate your eggs with. It's the first time they've ever done anything like this. And then you can buy this set as a stamp die or a stamp die stencil to color in the critters and cut out your shapes. So they're so fun and so cute. And there's the matching die set on the back. So here is an example of a card created with that. So you can see the cute little critters are with their eggs. And Amanda has used those stencils to add patterns to the eggs. and she's created this whole scene. So this particular set comes with the Happy Easter greeting that is written out like this. And then it also has that style that gives you the part that you can color in. It's just really cute. And then there's also little words and things that can fit on your eggs if you want to do that as well. Now, I know that she's also used All the Grasses dies. Those are new this time. And it is a die set, Stampin' Die set, that just has grass. That's all it is. All different tufts of grass. And if you're a follower of Lawn Fawn, you know that they create lots of different scenes with their little critters. And rather than looking through your whole collection to find out which ones might have tufts of grass, you can now have a stamp and die set that just makes them. So that's what she's used on that. And I'm just not sure where this stamped Easter basket came from. I should look inside the card. Okay, so the Easter before and afters bundle. So maybe that's what that is from. But like that's what the scripty Happy Easter looks like. It's just such a cute card. So that's one. And here's another one. And that's using the Happy Easter that you color. And then in here, oops, you can't see that. In here, not only do you get the ones with the critters, but you also get an egg that stands all by itself. So you can have loose eggs. So that's what is happening here. So you've got the chick with the egg and the bunny with the egg, but then you've got this random egg. And look at all those little tufts of grass. And then you've got the Happy Easter. And then the backdrop of this is a pattern paper that is part of the release that they had, the Blissful Blooms. Now, some of this stuff is out of stock, but we're receiving a big restock tomorrow with our shipment. And like I said, through all of the mess at the store, we'll try our best in the next week or so to try to get up some of that product back online. So just be patient with us, but it will be coming. Okay, so make your wish lists and then you can add. And then here, I'm going to flip to my next slide, is the Easter basket die, I think. Yes. So this is called Build a Basket. I mean, it doesn't look like much in the package, but that's what you get. And here you can create this really cute basket and you can put whatever you want in it. So the great part about baskets is they are not seasonal. So you can put pumpkins in this. You can put Christmas greenery in this, and you can put Easter chicks in this. So here's the cute little chick and the bunny, and then there's a random egg in the background there. So that is, and then you can see that nice chunky scallop in the background. And then this one had the postage stamp background. So lots of different products being used for the backdrops. So that is that. So thank you for those, Amanda. And then, since we're still talking about Lawn Fawn, this was a set that I really wasn't sure I liked. So this is the portrait Big Blossom background die set, and then they do have a horizontal one as well. So there is the horizontal version. If my computer catches up, there we go. And then along with that, they also released another one that I was a little skeptical about, are the big butterflies. Now, I'll tell you, I have completely done a 360, 180, whatever you want to call it, and I'm in love with these, and you'll see why. So I don't have the butterfly stamp set here. Amanda kept it. She's working on some stuff, and so she decided to hang on to it for a few more days, so I don't have it to show, but look how amazing that backdrop is. Like, look at those flowers. Oh my gosh. And again, you can make them whatever color you want. And they do pair very nicely with the butterflies. Now, the butterflies do not have to be part of it. The butterflies can be used completely on their own, but they are so fun. And here is another card featuring the flowers and the butterflies. Aren't they the sweetest? They're very happy. And then here are just the butterflies on their own, with speech bubbles and all. Aren't they fun? So I just think this set is just amazing. We are out of stock of all of this right now, but it is coming. So you can either email us or you can make a note in your notebook and just keep an eye out for these things. And Yeah. And I'm pretty sure we're going to be ordering more. I already know that they have another release coming, and I already know that we're going to be ordering much heavier than normal because it's going to be so great. And the flying trails, 100%. So if I had the stamp set, oh, you can see it in the stamp set on the picture. So they have lots of flying trails, and you can see one of them is a little heart. Isn't that fun? And you can put those behind other things too. And then this one is the little loop-de-loop, which is also very cool. And you can die cut them out, which is really fun, or you can just stamp them right onto something. So either way, but I mean, the flowers are just gorgeous. I'm not a big flower person, but I really like these. I think they're really cool. So that is that. And like I said, most of that is sold out. But I wanted to share the inspiration while I had time, and definitely watch our online store because you're going to see all these things pop up over the next little while. Okay, now I'm going to share. What am I going to share? I'm going to share these. I don't need slides for this, but I'm going to leave my slides up there because I'm going to need it in a minute. So Hero Arts came out with some adorable Easter sets. This is one of them. This is called Spring Tweetings. And I showed this when we first got it, and it was just irresistible. So look at you've got solid eggs, but you've got eggs that have cracks in them, which I love. And then you have eggs that are cracked open. You've got the most adorable chicks. You've got decorated eggs. You've got jelly beans. You've got a basket and a bow. I mean, it just has everything. And then some great sentiments. Matching dies for everything. And then this amazing stencil. And I said it was amazing when I showed it to you, but sometimes you have to see things in person before you can really appreciate them. So here is card number 1. This is from Christina. But look at that stenciled background. I know we're showing it with Easter, but this just goes so far beyond Easter. So you can use this for anything. And you can mix and match and use whatever color combination you want. The stencil is called something, Confetti Layering Stencil. And then you can see, look at this, look at the little chicks. Like, come on. And then the cracked eggs. And then the basket with the chocolate bunny in there. This guy just is my favorite. He's clueless. He doesn't know what's going on. And then here we've got more of an outdoor scene. Again, the cracked eggs, the ones that are cracked open, the sky, the grass, and then you've got your basket and your chocolate bunny. And also in here, they have some really fun sayings. So like Happy Easter, Hello Spring, Spring Tweetings, but you can see how cute they look when they're on the cards. So that's what they look like when they're stamped out. And then this one is by far my favorite. And it is the most simple design too. But look at those little baby chicks in the bottom there. Just having a good time, hanging out. It's called You Crack Me Up. And that's that card. So that is all from Hero Arts. Thank you, Christina, for those amazing samples. And then we're going to go back to my slideshow here because I just have to show you some sets because they're all jumbled up in the packages. So a few different things we're going to share. First off, we have the A2 large scallop stacklets. We talked about those earlier, so you're going to see those featured in these cards. You're going to see the postage collage egg hunt stencil. Okay, so this does the panel with the 6 different spots that look like postage stamps, and then you can use the whole or you can cut it out. So either way. You're going to see the grass texture die, and I'll point these things out on the cards. This is a fun one. I've never seen anything like this before. So great for scene building. And it's a texture plate. So it adds this texture, grass texture into your background. Here's the stamp that goes along with the postage collage Easter set. So like you've got a little bunny peeking out of the envelope. You've got ears. Look at the eggs for the postage. Like, come on. Your extra special. And then look at your Easter seal. Right down here has the bunny in it. So it's just really sweet. Can use it with postage collage or without. Now this is where we need our slides. This is the postage collage egg hunt icon dies. So me showing it in the package like this isn't very helpful. So I put a slide up. So you get the basket. You get the cute little chicks. There's eggs, all kinds of fun things. But this is the one that has the bunny hat that you can put on the chicks and make them look like bunnies, which is really cute. So that I'll point out. And then this one is, come on, slideshow. Oh, that's just a diagram showing you all the things that are in that basket set. So you can see all the chicks and the eggs and the baskets and the flowers and so many fun things. The next one up is the Postage Collage Bunny Silhouettes die. So this one gives you the silhouettes of all the rabbits and a beautiful grass die. It also has the carrots in it. Oh my gosh, the carrots are just too much. I love them. So that's that one. And then this is the Sweet Bluebird die. And again, in the package, doesn't look like much, but when I show you the cards that Amanda created with it, it's pretty awesome. So that's that die. And then we have this Sweet Grass die. Again, looking at it in the package, you don't really get the feel for what it does or what it can do. So we will show you some cards with that on there. Sorry, my slideshow is so slow. There we go. So that's got the beautiful Sweet Grass. Again, some of these products are sold out. They're coming in our shipment on Thursday, and they will make their way up on the online store as quickly as we can. Okay. And then this is the Sweet Nest die. I don't have a slide for that because this looks kind of normal. And then the sentiments that I used on all of the samples from Amanda are the Hello Spring from Tailored Expressions. I love this one. This one gives you spring and Easter all in the same. And there is matching die and there is foilets for it as well. So that's all the products that you're going to see on these cards because there's a stack of them here. I'm going to get rid of my slideshow, I think. I'm done after this slide, I think. Yep. Okay. So let's remove that. So now here is the nest and the grass. This is the Sweet Grass in the background here. And then these dies are from that set that has the, let me tell you what the name of it is. The egg hunt icons with the chicks and the eggs. And then there you can see that sentiment at the top. And then this one has the Postage Collage, but Amanda has cut it apart. She said she got carried away with these. Yes. And then there's the basket from the egg hunt dies. Chicks are inside, and the carrots, guys, come on. And here's another one. There's that grass texture die in the background with the basket. Now here's the little bunny ears that you can put on your chicks. I mean, it's too much. Aren't they cute? And there's that large scallop in the background there. And here's the beautiful birds with the nest. And here is the full panel Postage Collage with the little icons on top. So you've got the little egg with the bow. There's the chick. This chick's holding a paintbrush now. There's a little bird up here in the house. And those all come in those icon die cut packs. So pretty fun, right? Okay, that's it for today, except for our draw. Now, because I don't know how I'm going to get back on here again, how soon it's going to be, I want to do 4 winners today. 4 winners. So we're going to say any shopping at all today till midnight. You can get entered in the draw by putting in the comments of your order that you watch the live. So whether it's live or whether it's on replay, you want to have that comment in there because that is your entry to the draw. If I don't see the comment, I skip right over your order. Okay. Well, we don't skip over it. We appreciate your order. We just skip over it for the draw. So today we're giving away to 2 winners, the Lisa Horton Daisies embossing folder. So 2 of you are going to win that. And 2 of you are going to win an incentive set called Believe in Yourself from Gina K. Okay. So we're going to have 4 winners that will be posted tomorrow morning. We'll use the wheel of names to choose the winners, and we will post them on our Facebook page. Okay, so I have to go pick up the shipment tomorrow, so I'm going to try to get that draw done and posted before I leave. So unless something terrible happens before then, that is the plan. So again, I'll recap. All you have to do is shop with us today, and in the comments of your order, you need to put live stream, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Love Your Live, anything like that, just to let us know that you have watched the lives. And it has to be before midnight tonight. And our register will cut off at midnight. So if you try to sneak an order in at 2 o'clock in the morning, it's going to be on tomorrow's register. So that doesn't count. Okay, so you have to make sure you do it. And it's whether you watched it live or whether you watched it on replay by midnight tonight. Okay, so that's the deal. If you tuned in late, at the beginning, we talked a little bit about our closing, our shipping department while we're doing our move to our new warehouse. So please go back and listen to that. And also, the online store will remain open the whole time. Nothing is going to change there. So you can shop the whole time. We just won't be shipping right away. There will be a delay just until we get everything moved over to the new warehouse, and then we get everything sorted out so that we can pull orders properly. Okay. And I am going to try my best to get back on for some more lives. And we will have our regular moments and memories / calendar series video early next week. So I will post information about that. But that is it for me. I'm going to sign off. Thank you so much for spending the last hour and 20 minutes of your time with me. And I hope to see you again soon.